Hello, I'm Justin.
Hi, I'm Scott.
And today we're going to show you how to install and configure the Aten PDU series drivers in Control 4. First of all, Scott, do you want to show everyone how to download the driver?
Sure. From a web browser, simply go to the Janus Technologies website, which is janustechnologies.co.uk. Up in the top right-hand corner, in the search bar, search for Aten. Once the web page is loaded, you'll see the Control 4 drivers. Click on the driver, scroll down to downloads, and then click on the driver, and it will automatically download into your downloads folder.
Next step, let's check the PDUs online. So what we've done here is we've connected the PDU into our switch and router, and I know that the PDU is on the address 192.168.2.13 because I've done an IP scan. So I'm going to type that into my browser here. I get a certificate warning, click advanced and proceed, and I get a login page for the PDU. And now if I log into the PDU, we can see the inlet voltage and the outlets, which we can label appropriately for the devices that we've got connected to them. Next, we're going to add the drivers to Control 4. So we simply open Composer, connect to the desired controller, in this case an EA1, just testing. And we go to add the driver. And we simply do that by going to Driver, Add or Update Driver or Agent, navigate to the folder where we've unzipped all of the drivers and install them all. Once that's done, go to the room where we want to add the PDU. Now in this case, we might want to put the PDU in its own rack room. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create in my locations, I'm going to create a room and I'm going to call it rack. And then I'm going to go to my search bar, type in Aten, and you'll see a list of all of the Aten drivers. And included in that is an Aten outlet experience button, which I'll explain in a minute. So let's find the 6208, which is that particular unit. Double click it. And if I expand up the rack room, we can see the 6208 is in there. What you'll also find is you're given a grace period of around 24 hours to use the driver and test it before you use the free code that we'll supply you to actually license the driver. So next thing we have to do is tell Control 4 what IP address the PDU is on. So we go to Connections, Network, double click the PE6208, and then type in our address 192.168.2.13. Done. Next, let's go back to our system design. So we've got the 6208 connected. It's come up with connection OK, so we know that the IP connection has worked. Now we want to add one of the outlets to our function. So let's click the function room. Let's look on the right hand side and we can see the Aten outlet. I double click that. That automatically becomes connected to the function, and I'm going to rename that My Blue Light. Next, we need to associate outlet 1 with the blue light with the 6208 PDU. Very simple. Go to the Connections button, go to Control AV, find the 6208 series, choose the outlet that we want to connect to that button, and then we can drag My Blue Light. No, we can't. We can't even do that either. Yes, we can, just testing. We can drag Relay 1 down to My Blue Light. And now we can see that the My Blue Light function is associated with Relay 1 on the PE6208. Let's give it a test. Double click My Blue Light in Navigator, click the button, boom, blue light. Repeat the process for all of the buttons or relay outlets. Just basically add another experience button, Aten experience button for each of the outlets you want to use. And then, how do you want to present those in Navigator? Because sometimes you might want to hide the button. For example, you might have one to reboot the dreaded Sky Q box. So how do we do this? Well, within system design, We go to the room, in this case the function, we go to Navigator, and then in the experience menus, for comfort, we can see that my blue light has been hidden. So I can just click Modify, click My Blue Light, click Show, click OK, and then once the navigators have been refreshed, that will show up in the comfort menu on the Navigator. And you can click and hold to add to favourites if you wanted that on your homepage, etc. So pretty simple. What I really like about this driver is that you've got that experience button without having to add any level of programming, which I think is a really neat trick. Very, very easy to use. There are also extra programming functions. So for example, if you wanted to add a button to reboot a router, you can actually add a timed process so that the outlet will disconnect, wait for a period of time, and then switch back on again. So very, very easy to use, very flexible. Thanks for your time.